Yeah, check the mic, 1, 2, hear the flow supreme. This ain't a dream, it's the Constitution scheme. 7 articles laid the groundwork, no fakes, no fiction. But the people cried, where's the specific conviction? So James Madison stepped up, pen game was strong, said, we'll add the rights, that's where we belong. The Bill of Fates, Amendments 1 to 10, that's the start. The OG guarantee, straight from the heart. Let's get it right now with Amendment Uno. Religion, speech, press, assembly. Yeah, you know, petition the government. Air out your grievances, say what you want unless you're causing serious deviations. True threats, Amendment 2, it's not for show, it's the right to bear arms. Militia needs protection, keep the nation safe from harms. The Third Amendment is the peace treaty for the crib. No force quartering the soldiers, get that on the rib. Number 4, police pull up, that's the search is easy. Stop need a warrant, gotta have probable cause or that bus is a fly. Fifth Amendment hits hard, that's the due process chain. Grand jury for serious crime or you walk in the rain. No double jeopardy, can't try you twice, that's a fact. And I plead the fifth, cause I'm not turning my back.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah, we got the flow, the constitutional glow from 1 to 15. Watch the knowledge grow, it's the supreme law. Yeah, it runs the whole nation, wrap these lines back. Perfect your civil education, all your rights, Lord. Don't ever sleep, the promises we made, the ones we gotta keep. From liberty to justice, all you find will be Amendments 1 to 15, can't be beat. We got the flow, the constitutional glow from 1 to 15. Watch the knowledge grow, it's the supreme law. Yeah, it runs the whole nation, wrap these lines back. Perfect your civil education. 7-6. I need my defense in a flash. Speedy trial by jury, lawyer for the legal crash. Gotta face my accuser, hear the charges read clean. The justice system working like a well-oiled machine. Number 7 in civil court, when the money gets thick, a jury trial's your right, better learn all the tricks. 8th Amendment checks the judge, gotta keep it fair. No excessive bail or fines and no cool punishments there. Like making you wear a tiny hat forever, that's just too much. Number 9 says my rights are more than the punch in his clutch. Just because it's not written doesn't mean it's void. Gotta enumerated rights, gotta stay employed. Number 10 lasted a bill, but holds massive cloud powers not given to the feds. Or what to stay from the bloom.
Share this with your friends and family. Rap along with.
Yeah. A lot of history, a lot of fights to get here from the start, but we kept building on that framework with courage in the heart. The next moves were big, fixing original flaws, stepping up the game for equal rights and laws. The Reconstruction era amendments, they drop with a boom, sweeping change for a nation emerging from the gloom. Check the score, Amendment 11, here's a legal tip. You can't sue a state in federal court, that's a long trip. Number 12, change the election for president VP. Separate ballots, no more tie drama for you and for me. Now listen close, cause these 3 are the core of the change. 13th Amendment drops slavery, reobeys the ranch. No more involuntary servitude. The shackles are undone unless you're locked up in prison. Then the system is won. 14th Amendment stepped in. Every on the scene, granted citizenship, so all born here. Kept the slate clean, due process and equal protection are the headlines. All persons under the law, no more dividing lines. And finally, Amendment 15, the victory shout. Can it either break the boobies, no race, pulling on the stops out. Color a previous condition of servitude. That ain't a block. The ballot box is open, put the power in your blood. Yeah, 1 to 15 in the cut, that's a constitutional drill. Dope rhymes and knowledge, a history lesson, it's ill. Remember the Bill of Rights and the power that was free. The supreme law of the land, planted like a seed, now go forth and wrap it. Pass the knowledge on the street, peace and protect your rights. Keep the Constitution complete, stick with good citizen media. Knowledge is power, watch and see. You have rights, you have duties just like me.
What's up, Gail?
You have duties just like me. You have rights, you have duties just like me. You have rights, you have duties just like me.
Great to see everybody in here.
I'm nobody special, nobody important. I'm just somebody who has the knowledge. You could too.
You can find this banger on Good Citizen Media's channel. Good Citizen Media wrote this, produced it. That's a banger. What's going on, everybody? How you doing?
Everybody in chat, you people. Of course, we got Mr. John DeNicola. Good to see you, John.
Evening, gents. Evening, everybody.
Special guest tonight is Lori. Good to see you, Lori.
I'm great. Happy post-Thanksgiving, everyone.
Right? How was everybody's Thanksgiving? How was
It
your
was good. Tons of food, and everybody had food coma, and it was a good time. No fighting, no drama. I think this is the first Thanksgiving in eons. Everybody was well behaved.
Nice.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Just walking and talking. Who she can.
Man, what's up, Jeff? Oh, man. Got a little cold here in Colorado today, didn't it?
So far as I hear. I don't know. I decided to come down where it's warm, and I'm sitting down here drinking my Pepsi in nice 70-degree weather.
Yeah, Lord knows.
That's on you, prick.
Yeah. It's 18 degrees here. It's a little cold.
Just a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm good. Y'all can have that 18 degrees. I'm good.
All right. We're not going to try to convince you to come back.
Hey, I'll come back when it's spring.
Okay.
All right.
We'll be here.
I know you will.
I don't really have any place to go.
Oh, man. So what are we talking about tonight, ladies and gentlemen? What are we talking about? Betty. How you doing, Betty?
I would say insanity, but it really isn't. It's a common theme, really.
Well, I mean, at least in Colorado and some other places that I know of. Maybe poor Dirt Farmer knows about like people like this because he's from like small town area. He knows how the police work out there, so he might jive on this.
Yeah, have fun, Lucky.
What's up, new guru?
What's up, nude? I bet it's real cold in the nude.
Right?
You know. So, nude, we got this video we're getting ready to review. You might want to check this one out. It's one that I was live when it happened. So now we're just kind of reviewing it as a video. You know.
Seeing if we can't make it a little bit better here because it was done in vertical. So
yeah,
trying to see if we can't
vertical
get it
live
better.
stream. And I mean it's okay. It's a good overview. It's a good overview, but we're gonna try to get the wide view too. So I was at a protest when this video was taken. What's up, Lemmy?
I mean, you got it up. Go ahead and play it for the people. Here, go ahead and play it for the people while I work on this one so we can get a closer up view on it.
Yep.
Like these signs, I'm sitting there staring at them like barely. The head injury, dude. Like,
That's what this protest.
And I was asking her, what is this about? She said they're trying to put in a prison camp or something.
Yeah, they want a ICE containment facility. So that way, instead of deporting, we can just house them here, right?
Is that what they're saying? Is the city saying they're going to do this?
All right, so this protest here, what's going on with this protest is there's multiple proposed prisons in this county. One of them right here in the city, okay? And so the protest is to stop the ICE facilities from opening here, okay? So I was there covering this protest, and as you can see, there's just people out there protesting. and then it changes dramatically.
Because I haven't heard anything about it.
Core Civic owns this prison. There's two of them. But Core Civic owns one in town. And they want to house at least 1,400 inmates. So.
Hey, fuck you, asshole! Hey, fuck you! You! Fuck you! Fuck you! You fucking fuck! Fuck you! Fucking fuck!
Crazy, right? Good Citizen Media on YouTube. Every Friday I'm out here covering. Don't blow it up.
This guy showing his ass to the crowd or whatever.
Yes.
So you're not with the protest, you're just filming? Is that what's going on?
Good Citizen Media, yeah. I cover all these. Whichever side it's on, I do cop watch.
More cowbell. Oh
accountability.
yeah.
We do the
Oh, you do the pop watch?
yeah, city and county meetings and stuff like that.
I've seen that before. Where you go in and see if they record in public buildings or something. What do they call it? Accounting or they call it something. I know what you're talking about. I've seen it before. Fucking kidding me? You don't fucking spit in my face! Bull fucking shit!
What are you doing, man?
You fucking
You don't get to spit in my fucking face!
You spit on him!
I spit on
He
his
was
face.
wrong!
Let's go! What is this? He spit in my fucking face! You
touched him! That's not okay! That's bullshit! You think it's okay for people to be hit?
Of course I'm gonna push him with this fucking book!
I understand what
If you back it up about 15 seconds,
Fucking retard! Clear the street! Now! Clear the street! Clear! I understand! Clear the street and call the PD! Get out! Or you're gonna end up in my court! Go!
Oh my god. What happened?
Well, that's it for now, but
Oh.
I mean, it don't really.
can you do me a
It's
favor?
just
Can
like
you pull that
I didn't
back?
hear anybody. I didn't hear anything. I'm like, what's going on?
That don't really go.
Can you pull that? Can you pull the
What do you
video
guys
back
think?
up?
What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that in the chat? You know, let me see some comments. Who's at fault? Who's right? Who's
Pull
wrong?
the,
What charges do you think
He's-
there was there?
John wants you to
Think
pull the video
gets
back up.
charged? What's like?
I
Let
want
me
you to-
know what
yeah,
are your
pull-
guys' opinions.
John wants you to pull the video back up.
pull the video back up, and after he pushes the guy on the ground, I want you to go back to
We're
where
gonna make
he's
it
at the
big,
side
John.
of the vehicle.
We're gonna make it big. So you can
We're
actually
making it big right now, John.
Okay.
It's just taking me a minute.
Right now, we just played.
No, that's fine. There was something that I noticed
angle
in
of
this
it.
one.
And
I
we're
just
trying to
noticed
get
something that
comments
I didn't notice before.
No, you're
trying to
good.
see from the chat what people think. What's up, Gio? Yeah.
All right. So this is just the short snippet in between the fact of when the guy was revving his engine, and then the whole the whole commotion started and the whole commotion ended. So this is only about 2 minutes long. Let me bring this up for everybody.
Oh, you do the pop watch?
Yeah, city and county meetings and stuff like that.
I've seen that before. Where you go in and see if they recording public buildings or something. What do they call it? Accounting, or they call it something. I know what you're talking about. I've seen it before.
You don't fucking spit in my face! Don't fucking spit!
What are you doing, man?
You don't get in my fucking face! Spit on him! I spit on his wrong! What is this? He spit in my fucking face! You
touched it. That's not okay. That's bullshit. You think it's okay for people to be hit?
Of course I'm gonna push him.
Okay. So he's pointing at the bottom of the window, saying that he spit in his face.
Wait a minute.
An open
The
window.
window's up. And how is he spitting in his face if the window's up?
Yeah.
Fucking retard. Now, clear the street. Clear. I understand. Clear the street and call the PD. Get out. Or you're gonna end up in my court. Go.
Get their license. Oh, he doesn't even have a license plate, Billy. Let him go. Billy. He doesn't even have a license. Let him go.
I don't want to hear it.
He doesn't have a
Probably gonna end up in my
license
court.
plate. He doesn't have a license plate. He didn't even have a license plate on his car.
Then call law enforcement.
They're not here as
Wait for
usual.
him to get here.
They're not. We tried to have him wait to get here. We tried to have him wait to get here. You let him go. You let him fucking go. Get a license plate.
The judge let him go.
I thought that was kind of a
Well,
conflict of
to be-
interest for him to even be around.
Well, nothing for nothing, but something that I noticed with the judge's vehicle that I also noticed with the guy who assaulted him, the other vehicle, is neither one of those vehicles was registered. There was no plate on either vehicle, and that's supposed to be a municipal court judge who decides whether or not you have to pay traffic fines. Violating the law, allowing the guy to leave the scene. I mean,
Well, and that's not even just the end of it. So, you know, we haven't even gotten into the fact that the guy that got pushed from behind is the one charged, whereas the guy that was in the car that supposedly got spit on is not. We haven't even gotten into that yet. So,
I think the other thing we haven't gotten into is where this guy works, right? Because reportedly, the guy that left the scene may or may not be a correctional officer somewhere.
right. May or may not. Supposedly, allegedly.
What's up, Sid?
I mean, he just might be friends with him. How do we know, John? All we know is that the car was parked off randomly with a note on it saying that they'll come back for it. That's all we know. And all we know is that a guy in a corrections officer uniform came and picked him up. That's all we know.
Yeah. Funny how that works, right? Which again goes back to the other incident, the other issues that we have, which is here we are, and the guy that got pushed is being charged for the third-degree assault based off the fact that the guy is a peace officer. and an exchanging of supposedly bodily fluids.
Right. Right. I don't know, John. I mean, I think that I think it's still kind of crazy to me that the cops knew where that car was. We're not even getting into the aspect that a little bit after this, they tried towing a friend of ours' car for having fictitious plates or expired tags, which the tags were not expired. And then it had expired registration, but it didn't have expired registration. And then it didn't have insurance, but it did have insurance. It's kind of crazy how stuff like that happens to our friends, but not to their friends, isn't it?
Well, I mean, that two-tier justice system works real good out here.
There's two
And
tiers.
let's not forget, let's not forget too. I mean, what you just saw there is a municipal court judge, right? The DA is, to me, in my opinion, is the main issue here, because the DA didn't bother to look at the video and realize that the crime that they claim occurred never occurred. The only crime that occurred was the guy getting pushed from behind.
Right.
So that just tells me the DA is a bag of shit.
Well, I mean, we already know this. I mean, from our experience with dealing with the DA out there, we already know that they're corrupt. Just like in a fact that they stick up for law enforcement more than they stick up for anybody else. And then on top of it, they'll stick up for you if you're related with law enforcement. Doesn't matter what you did. We've seen it plenty of times. I mean, come on, look at the guy that went through Gary's house. Like 10th time
Yeah,
he's
no
been
kidding.
DUI. Exaggeration, but 10th time. No, seriously, I think it was like 6 times.
Six
This was
times.
his-
It was his 6th DUI.
Right. That was his 6th DUI, and he drove into somebody's house. Got let off with a slap on the wrist.
And let's not forget, he missed the guy's son's room, and he ended up killing the guy's dog. I mean, no matter which way you slice it, that guy should have been in jail.
Right? I completely agree with that. He should have been. But unfortunately, I mean, with the way our, or as you described it, the 2-tier system here, and that if you haven't figured it out, the 2-tier system is either you're with them or you're against them. That's pretty much it. That's your 2 tiers out there. You're either with them or against them. And if you're against them, God help you if you're against them. You better know the law. You better know how to handle yourself. Because if you don't, you're getting screwed. Period. The end.
And that kind of not only brings to light the fact that the DA is a bag of trash, but let's talk about the police department. Because on scene that day with this incident was the chief of police, I believe Lieutenant Perry, and Sergeant Federhoff. So what were they doing?
Well, you know what they're doing. I mean, we've witnessed it many, many times. Hold on, let me see if I can't bring it up here. And I mean, well, have you even told anybody? We haven't. I don't think we've told people about their redaction problems in Walsenburg, right?
I'm sorry?
I said we told people about Walsenburg's redaction problems, right? We just haven't shown the videos yet.
Or the phone calls. We haven't played the phone calls. We haven't shown the videos. I think we've shown snippets of it, but we know how things work.
I thought that was only in Rocky Ford.
Oh no! Walsenburg is Walsenburg is looking like they want to take the crown on everybody. Their financials are just as bad as Aguilar's, from what we understand, and mayor doesn't give a fuck. He's going to do what he wants, regardless of what the people want. And he's made that very clear in a news interview that they have no worries and they're going to do what they want, regardless of what the people want. And, yeah. And then on top of it, I think they want to take the cake on giving us, first of all, what we didn't ask for. They gave us a bunch of body cam footages that we didn't ask for. Poor John had to fight tooth and nail just to get these goddamn things. And apparently they've been done since April.
Oh my
right?
God.
and I guess they did a rush job, because I swear it's the funniest redaction job you'll ever see, Lori. They left the people's names in there. They left all the information up there. They showed the CADs. They didn't block out a single piece of information except for all the cops' faces, the best that they could. There was times when the blur would go away from the face and you can still see the cop's face, and me and Good Citizen John are just laughing with each other like, bro, really? Did they just send us this? Like, there's no way they sent us this.
Oh my God.
Let's not forget the one body camera footage that we have that has a sergeant going on a tirade at the end of a traffic stop, where they beeped out all the wonderful language that he was using towards a member of the community.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, they pretty much redacted everything of the cops, not of the people involved. So
Wow.
right now Walsenburg is pretty much looking at a HIPAA violation on top of everything else, because we happen to know the person that was in the body cam videos, that they had all the information just going out, just willy-nilly, and they're not too happy about it.
Sure.
You also have to remember too is that they were sitting in and they were listening in while EMS was treating that particular person. So kind of makes it a little awkward when you can't, I mean, I understand you're in public and there's no expectation of privacy in public, but when the guy is talking to EMS, I mean, there's a ton of eyes that were on him. He wasn't going anywhere. He was literally strapped into a chair. So I don't know what the purpose of them trying to overhear what his medical issues were. But again, it is what it is. And, and that brings up another point too, which is even in that, we didn't ask for that as the body camera footage that we requested. And we may have asked for that at a later date. And then they also sent us footage that we never even bothered to request because we already had that footage from another source. So here we are, the initial request we looked for, they didn't give us the initial request. The April 1st one, they just butchered the daylights out of it. We're still waiting on the April 2nd one, which was taken by the sergeant, Sergeant Everhart, which is actually the one that we're waiting for the incident in March, along with the April 2nd incident involving him. The April 1st incident was also involving him. We're waiting for the April 2nd one, which he decided that his personal phone was fair game to use to take, video of people out in public while he was working on the taxpayer dime. They were told not to destroy that video. I'm curious to see whether or not we get that. And I mean, after numerous conversations with the attorney, and a pecuniary gain form that they wanted me to fill out, which I did after going back and forth with them about whether or not it needed to be notarized, which I mean, realistically, that's a joke in and of itself. But I mean, the only person that's been breaching any type of contract out there is them. And what's worse is their attorney is agreeing at the fact that they're doing everything wrong. And we have these conversations recorded. I'm just blown away. I just, and what's even funnier is we went one step further because we asked for all this stuff, and we had to literally file a second letter of intent against the town of Walsenburg to obtain the videos. You just can't make it up.
So what do you think about the video, Lori?
Well, I'm kind of pissed off at what's happened, that only one person gets charged when he was walking away from the incident. And that man intentionally got out of his vehicle to go and assault him. I mean, it was just, it's words, people. It's words. And people get so charged up after words, and then they have no impulse control, and then things happen, just like it happened with the woman that got assaulted earlier in the day. You know? I mean, it's stupid. And both those women got charged, is my understanding. But in this particular incident, where you have another assault, the person was walking away. Again, it's words. So if anything, you can get them for harassment on both sides. You know, I mean, but to sit there and watch somebody get physically assaulted and then charge the person that was physically assaulted is obscene. It's absolutely obscene. You know, and not charge the other. I mean, if they want to charge them both. You know, but
Well, you,
that man was clearly the victim while he was walking away. You know, it should have been done and over. That other man had no impulse control, and he decided that he was going to be the bigger person. And if you know that he works as an officer of the law, you can feel free to send that to whoever you need to send it to and get him in trouble with that department, because he wasn't working within the scope of his authority. He wasn't working at the prison. He was off duty. He was still in uniform. So in uniform, he's still representing whoever he works for. He needs to be in trouble. Personally, my thought. And that starts with his employment. You know, obviously the courts aren't going to charge him, it looks like. So I would say go after his employment, you know. But I'm vindictive, so you know.
I think part of the problem here too is that, you know, unfortunately, I mean, there was a woman that was assaulted from behind as well,
Right.
and the charges there were minimal charges where they should have been better than the assault 3, because that woman ended up with like broken ribs and all kinds of other issues, and
Right.
her head was slammed off the curb.
Same
Yeah.
day.
It was the same day. Yeah, within hours of each other. I mean, it's ridiculous. And like I said, once again, it's words. And that one lady said some words, and it fired that woman up because she made some references to that woman's daughter. And so it's like, oh, well, I'm going to protect my daughter. It's fucking words. It's words. If that woman had pushed that woman hard enough where she had hit her head and possibly got brain damage, become, you know, 24/7 dependent care, you know, she could no longer have her life. What are they going to charge that other woman with? Jaywalking? Nobody takes this shit serious. No one. Our judicial system sucks from the courts all the way down. And that includes the police department. I'm
Well,
embarrassed.
again, Lori, it's all in who you know. If you're friends with
Absolutely.
them, you'll get away with it.
Absolutely.
If you're not
Absolutely.
friends with them, you're gonna pay.
Yeah, it's that professional courtesy bullshit. And if you're doing something that's wrong and it's heinous, you should be held accountable, period, the end. I don't care who you are or where you're sitting or who you work for, period, the end. The rules are in place to keep everyone protected, not to keep certain people protected. Pisses me off. I can't get around it, you know? And Walsenburg is just trying to be the big sister to Aguilar that Aguilar's always looked for. And they're doing a fine job of being corrupt. Kudos to them, you know? And here we are with Aguilar, still functioning. Unbelievable.
Yeah, but all right. So I don't know about you, Lori. Have you started taking bets on when they're going to shut down? Because this upcoming audit just doesn't seem very. I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. Very.
Government friendly.
Yeah, it really doesn't seem too
Complete.
friendly.
Well, I'd like to say that I care, but I can't. I care that they're in trouble. I care that we're seeing consequences. I care that, things are starting to happen. That's what I care about. I don't give two shits about those dirty fuckers. I wanted them to choke on their turkey. I don't care about them. They need to be held accountable. They need to be in trouble. And that whole place needs to shut down. And I'll say by the end of January. That's my guess. So the last week in January, I'll take that bet.
It'd be nice to know, wouldn't it?
Oh,
I got to say,
no, I
I
like
think it's going to be
surprises.
before the elections.
Well, I would think that it would be before the elections. No point in electing new people if it ain't going to stay open.
For the fun of it.
Correct.
That's what they've always
Yeah,
done.
the fun of it. Let's go shoot fish in a barrel. Let's go to town hall.
Yeah.
You could be the next one wrapped up in this RICO charge. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say RICO? I shouldn't have said RICO.
Yeah, unless you're talking Suave.
Right? RICO is a 4-letter swear word.
Oh no.
It's worse than the F word or the C word. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well,
It's crazy. Words equal violence anymore. So.
Words of always equals violence. Ever since the dawn of time, men have always fought for, power and sex and money and land. And, here we are, 2025, and absolutely nothing has changed. It's even worse because they do it in front of you and they're proud to do it. They don't care. They do not give two shits about anything that they do.
Because there's no
the mayor's
consequences to their actions, Lori. There's nothing that you're going to do to them that's going to cost them. It's not going to cost them in their wallet. It's not going to cost them their job. They're just going to go along like nothing happened, and there's nobody there to say, "Nah, sorry, you're out of here. We're not taking your crap." And that's the problem. The problem is that we've let things go too long, too far, and now trying to rein it in is going to be a chore and a half, and it probably won't even happen in our lifetime.
It needs to become the Superfund site. I drove by that augmentation pond. Where's the water? How is Waller filling up his semis full of water to water his cattle if the augmentation pond is dry?
He's got his own access to his own wells. I mean, he's got the water rights, doesn't he?
Well, that's what I understood, is that he has senior water rights, and that's why he could go over to the augmentation pond and take the water there. But anyway, I was just curious about that because and of course I'm driving and I'm trying to look at the water level, so I'm kind of at a disadvantage there.
Well, they've got that pretty
I guess
covered up
my
over
question
there.
would be, if the augmentation ponds are dried up, right? That would mean
It's
that
just one.
you would probably be able to see the supposed missing tractor.
Oh, I forgot about that. That's worth a trespass ticket, don't you think?
Well, I've gotten a chance to see those ponds, and to tell you the truth, I don't know how that system is even operating to begin with. I really don't. I don't see how the system is not backing up due to the fact that really there is no water flow in those ponds. And the ponds that we're talking about is Aguilar sewer system. Basically, it's a 3-pond system, and yeah, like one pond is supposed to overflow into another pond, and that's supposed to overflow into a thing that fills up the other pond. And you've got at least a good like 2 feet before it even reaches the overflow point in the first pond. So I don't even understand how that's not even considered a super site right now. And the guy that was Baxter, that guy, his dad would be highly pissed because that building is in shambles that he built over there.
Again, no one cares. No one cares.
Nobody cares. They were supposed to have an aeration thing put in
No
there.
one cares, guys. I'm telling you. Fact.
Nobody cares.
Went from 20 people in here to 4. No one gives a fuck about Aguilar, dude. Not at all. It's like it's 100% fact, dude. Like they're old news. They fucking all we do is just watch and wait for them to fall. You know, that's the same with a lot of places, I'm sure, about this time. But I mean, we're finding plenty.
It does bring us back. It does kind of bring us back to what's going on over here in Walsenburg, because they're picking up the torch that Aguilar put down. Aguilar was number 1. Well, Walsenburg seems to not want to be outdone, and they seem to be competing to gain control as number 1.
Didn't we see this? Didn't we see this personally? I mean, myself personally, I got jumped in Aguilar by 2 idiots and fucking defended myself, and I got charged. Right? Like
Right.
they're doing the same shit here. It's no different.
No.
So now it's just time to document what they're doing here. You know.
Well, I think the difference here is, at least in Aguilar, they kind of charged with BS charges that were lightweight charges. You could have beat them any day of the week. Here is a different story, because they're not doing that. They're charging you with stuff that you could be looking at 18 months. You know what I mean?
Oh no, John Paul got charged with assault 3 on me.
Oh yeah, that's a $36 ticket.
$36 ticket, bro.
No, that was the plea he took.
He admitted to it. You know.
What's up, Nova? Long time
On
no
video
see.
and in court, he admitted. It's all good. $36.
We're talking about Walsenburg and how that city is next to fall in Colorado if they keep going the way that they're going.
I can tell you, Don Paul is an idiot, because he was so proud when he was asked if he had assaulted anybody, and he says, "Yes, I did. By God, yes. You know, he
on the video, he says.
yeah. He's got the brain cell of a pencil. Well, and Stephanie is no better, except she's smarter. You know, she's a little bit smarter. Common sense, no, but thievery, yes. Yes. She has no common sense. Or she would realize what she's been doing all these years is wrong.
No one cares.
Nobody
Fuck
cares.
that.
Yeah, nobody cares.
We got our own set over here that's doing the same shit.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, there's a couple people over here at least that care about it, but only a handful, you know. But I spent over 2 years of my life pointing out Aguilar, you know.
Well, and put you guys, you know, and a lot of people don't realize how dangerous it is for you guys when you're there and you're videotaping people and you're asking questions and people are up in your face and stuff. And if you're not there and you've never experienced it, the videos don't do it justice enough. You know, you can get a pretty good charge when you're watching the videos and you're like, holy fuck, kind of thing. But unless you've ever been through something like that, you have no idea how frightening it is, because your head can't watch everybody. You just can't. And when it's not a fair fight, it's not a fair fight. Period. The end.
No.
You know. And why do they have guns in that vehicle if John Paul is a habitual felon?
Well, and see, that's the weird thing, Lori, because I've been trying to do some digging here recently, and apparently John Paul doesn't really have that much of a record so far as I can find anymore.
Does he know people?
I guess he does, because he must
Come
know the
on.
same. He must know the same people Sarah and Stephanie and Tyra know, because
Oh my
they ain't
God.
got no records no more either.
Is this Papa Steve working his magic? And Mama Vicky? I saw that slug of a slut when we were driving through town, all puffed up. Keep drinking the water, Vicky. It's doing you well, you haggard bitch. Unbelievable. She looked bad, but not bad enough. She's not like on life support yet. But man.
You know what's even funnier? What's even funnier is the fact that Tyra was paid $12,500 to go away with her lawsuit, and they assigned her the chief public defender. not just the public defender, the chief public defender, to defend her on the charges, on the embezzlement charges. Make that make sense. What are the chances that you're going to get the chief public defender to represent you in a case?
Well, Papa Steve and the judge, they got connections. They tickle each other.
Later, Gio. Well, I want to know how it's not a conflict of interest now. Like before, it was a conflict of interest. Like when we were trying to get the sheriff's department involved. Oh, conflict of interest because of our IGA. No. Where's the conflict of interest now?
Yeah, there's not.
Where's the conflict of interest with the DA?
That's what I'm saying.
The same conflict of interest that they
now.
Yeah.
Like, the fuck? They work for you. That's right. Don't forget that.
We'll see you, Gio. Take it easy, bro.
Later, Gio.
I don't know, man. At this point, I mean, like I said, Walsenburg definitely doesn't seem to want to be outdone, and they're living up to the expectations. I mean, they had the assistant clerk and the clerk that got caught in that water deal. They've got an ordinance with signs.
Oh, did we lose him?
Sorry about that.
No,
They got
it's all right.
signs up with an ordinance that doesn't even have a town ordinance on it. I mean, it's insanity.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm still pissed off that they came up with that, the ordinance that if you're disrupting a council meeting, you can be escorted, arrested, charged, all that bullshit. And it applies to council, but they're not gonna enforce it on council ever. But they'll sit there and they'll preach, that little CRS. They'll have it on their brochures. They'll have it on their website. They'll have it on their Zoom, but it only applies to the public.
Yeah, they don't do that here. We sued them.
And it's because if I remember correctly, in Walsenburg here, it was told to the people that we only do this and we sue for money. We sue for money. Guys, I'm curious, how much money have we made suing the city of Walsenburg so far?
All of it.
So you're the problem because of the budget? Because you guys sued and won? It's all your fault?
Well, I mean, Lori, technically, I mean, we sue them, we win, but we never get any money.
That's what I'm saying. You guys don't collect any money. And here you got the most despicable of the despicables, and they're just passing checks out, you know? Here, have a check. Here, have a check. You guys do, the threaten to sue, and they're like, screw you. Prove it. Prove it. You're
Well,
coming
it was
after
kind
it.
of it's a sarcastic question, and the reason why I say that is because we never sued for money. Unlike the city likes to portray us as, we didn't sue for money. We sued for change. We sued for them to train all the employees along with the council members and along with the mayor as to the way the law works and the way that the open meeting laws work. I mean, we didn't sue for any money. As far as I know, I haven't seen a dime, and I know that these guys haven't seen any money. I mean, theoretically, could there be money had here? If somebody wanted to, I guess they could push that envelope, but that's not us. That's not what we're for. That's not what we're about. We're trying to make the change.
Sometimes it's hard to make that change. Like even doing what we do, it's still hard to make that change. This is basically the mayor's take on all this.
Mayor of Walsenburg. He tells us the city really has no say-so in what ICE does.
As far as we're concerned and what our attorneys tell us, we're same status.
Where do you stand on, if you get that call tomorrow that ICE is moving in tomorrow or at the end of the week? Is this something you would support, as a broad idea or not?
I support it 100%. I've got different avenues of thought, but I'm trying to do what's best for the city of Walsenburg. It would be somewhat of an economic boom for us. I believe having a place that's secure and heated and has separate rooms, and even though be it a prison, that is much safer and more humane than being on a bus or being on a plane or being in tents, or I don't know how they do it if they didn't have a decent place to go. And I think that's why they're using these, shut down prisons and things. I think it makes it more humane. We don't have, as far as I know, we have no say-so or no approval of anything. If they walk in there tomorrow and they start filling it, what the protesters would do, I don't know, but there's nothing we can do about it, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, there you have it. While there is no real...
Well, there you have it.
There you got it.
Is that Walsenburg prison inside the city limits, or is it a county?
City.
Right there.
Well, it's right next to the Loves. I don't know. Isn't that technically county land out there on the other
See,
side?
that's
of the
what I'm
interstate?
wondering. If it's actually,
City.
Huerfano
Is
County.
it city?
Yeah, it's city.
Oh,
Okay.
it's part of city.
There you go.
It's part of the third ward.
Well, then
That's
if
nice,
it's
a boost of income to them.
well, if it's part of the city, then they have say yay or nay on whether they go, because I mean they would yay or nay any other business going in there. What's the difference between ICE going in there?
Right, because ICE is federal. And federal
So
will
they
just
can
say, fuck you, we're going to do it anyway.
So
Or
they could
three.
just take it over just like that.
Yep. Yep.
Crazy.
You have seen that, they're doing stuff over there at that prison, and they might even have people in there. And Walsenburg is doing nothing.
You got the trash dump and the dog pound over there too.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
What? Forgot about what? I didn't hear you guys.
Oh, the trash dump and the dog pound are over there as well. So yeah,
Right.
that is city property.
Hmm.
But that again, that prison has been empty now for what, 6 years?
Oh, longer.
Yeah, a little bit longer than that. So this place has
Yeah,
been
but you
empty
also-
for
Well,
minimum 6 years. And
you're
me and
talking
Good
about
Citizen,
Walsenburg prison. You know somebody that's been there for 17 years, right?
Me and Good Citizen tried to go
17
up
years
and get a
at the
tour of it. They
Walton
wouldn't
Prison.
let us tour it.
I'm just. Okay.
Well, you got to remember too that there are 5 other locations that are in the surrounding areas that they're also looking at where the prisons are or are still open and don't need as much repair as that one. So who knows?
Yeah, so
I mean,
that
at the end
prison's
of the
been
day-
closed for 10 years, but they're also looking at other spots in the county here.
But can I tell you guys something? I just talked to my youngest son, and he has a friend whose uncle has been at that prison in Walsenburg for 17 years. So even though it might be shut down for certain things, for 17 years, something's been going on.
Well, yeah.
Otherwise,
I
he
mean,
wouldn't have his job.
oh yeah, they've got security there. That's why me and Good Citizen
Yeah,
went over there that one time to fuck with
you
them.
know
We
who owns
literally
Fort
rolled up
Civic?
to the door.
Fort Civic is basically a government entity in itself. So,
Right.
you know, they're
And-
paying. It's a write-off. It's a fucked up write-off. They've been maintaining it and
Yeah.
keeping it.
Supposedly a private
clean
prison,
and-
but it's federally controlled.
Well, no, it's not federally controlled. So it's a private prison. And basically, like any business model, you have to have losses. You can't just have straight out profits, right?
Right. Correct.
So that's one of their lost properties, technically, right? But
Gotcha.
it's still worth something because you can still use it as long as you don't let it dilapidate. So what they've
Right.
been doing is they've been keeping guards there to make sure that nobody breaks into it and yada yada. But on top of it, me and Good Citizen have sat up on that hill and watched it for a good portion of the day one day. And that even though before this ICE thing came around, they had people running around in trucks, maintaining it, cutting the lawns. Like we saw a bunch of activity over there. It's more than just the guards that they have guarding the place. And we've always asked what's going on with that place because we've been watching it for years, waiting for something to happen.
Gotcha.
There's
Interesting.
more than we can
Yeah,
say
it's
for the
been for a
water
tour.
park over there in Walsenburg. You know, the one that they kept putting money aside for maintenance and stuff. And yet now all of a sudden they started to look into fixing the water park and getting it up and running. And now all of a sudden they're abandoning that plan. So where's the money that was getting dumped into the budget for the maintenance?
Well, they're abandoning the plan because it's worse off than what they thought it was, because a good portion of those pools are cracked on the inside of them due to the expansion and contraction of ice during the winter times, and nobody pumping them out, nobody emptying it out. So that system is actually 10 times worse than what they thought it was, and they're not going to be able to bring it back up to where they thought that they could. It's not going to be running order. They're going to have to take everything out. They're going to have to redo the pools. They're going to have to redo the plumbing, and they don't have the budget or money for that. I mean, unless they get like a huge grant for it again, like there's no way that's happening again.
Well, you brought up the magic words, the grant. They were given a grant in order to open the water park, and it had to stay open for a certain length of time, if I remember correctly. So if it didn't stay open for that certain length of time and it wasn't maintained, who
Well,
owes
right.
the money back to the federal government?
Well, that, and if you go and you look at their budgets, they have a special spot in their budget labeled just for that. And the amount of money that goes into that water park, and I'm talking about the years that I was there. So what, you look at 2 years that I was there, 1 year that I was traveling back and forth, that place was still closed down and weeds growing in the pools and whatnot and so forth. The amount of money in the past 3 years in that budget just does not equate to maintenance or even pay. Like they say that they paid out like payroll on that shit. Just didn't make
Well,
any sense.
I know that they had budgeted for maintenance, and I think it was like 90,000 a year for maintenance. So it's quite possible. I think that's something that somebody would need to request. They need to request how much money they paid out in maintenance, get the receipts for everything, right? Request the receipts for all the all the maintenance that was done over the course of those years that they budgeted that money. And then they're going to have to figure out how much money was given or paid out to whoever was supposed to maintain that water park. I mean, there's a lot of things that are going to go into that. And that's just the water park. That doesn't talk about the skate park that's closed down. That doesn't talk about the hotel that's been condemned for how long and hasn't been ripped down or torn down. I mean, it just continues and continues.
Isn't that abandoned hotel and then across the street there's another one? Aren't those both in the county, or are those actually Walsenburg owned?
I'm sorry, what buildings, Lori?
Well, you know, as you're going up 160 towards Gardner and Levita and all that, and there's that Rio Cachara, and that one's on the right hand side, and then across the street, kind of in that same area, there's the other one where they had a fire a couple years ago there. Are those city owned or are they county owned? And why are they still allowed to be
One's
like that?
privately owned, and the other is the Rio Chicharacin is owned by the county. The other one is a private owner. They're both in the county.
So if the one in the county, that Rio, is owned by the county, or is it not? It has private ownership too? The county hasn't tried to absorb it?
The Rio is owned by the county.
Okay. So
it was given to them a couple years ago now, I think. It's been a while now.
it's horrible, that building. I wish they could rehab it and make it viable again. It was a great building in its time.
They wish they could too. Now, if
Yeah.
they could only just come up with the millions of dollars it's going to take to do that, then maybe. But
Yeah, right. That's what happens when you let things deteriorate to the point of no return.
yeah, it's in pretty rough shape.
So you guys didn't finish giving out your thoughts on closure of town hall for Aguilar.
Oh,
Don,
we
what
gave
did you
our
say?
no, we gave our thoughts. Our thoughts are that it's probably not going to last. Probably a little bit after January. Once the audit comes out. Once the audit comes out, I think they're going to be completely done because they're too far under. There's no way that they can come back from it. Their gas system is just beyond horrible. I mean, beyond horrible.
Well, yeah, that 28-page report. I don't know if you guys read it, but I started to read it, and I'm telling you, my guts, because I'm an empath and I care about people and I want to make sure that people are taken care of. I was getting sick to my stomach reading this because all I'm thinking is abuse, abuse, abuse. You drive up and down every single street. It is abuse. It is suppression. Like you said, now, you know, it's nonstop action with that place. And it could have been another Estes Park. And I know that people don't like to get on board with that, but I'll tell you what, if you're a business owner or if you're a property owner, you want that place to be nice because you're making money off of that. And they ruined it. They ruined that town when it could have been so much more. They could have named it Estes Park Jr. You know what I'm saying? It had that potential. There's 1,000 million people that are so creative that could have helped bring commerce into that town. And I want them now to shut down. It's not a safe place to live. It's never been a safe place to live. You guys have proved it with the things that you found out. I've proved it with that 28-page report. Everybody lies to you because that's what they do. It's a pattern of behavior, and everybody thinks that they're smarter than everybody else. It's despicable. It's absolutely despicable. It pisses me off. It makes me so mad because there's some really, really, really good people in town that have really done some great things, but they're the majority of
Yeah, but
the people that are going to be targeted because they're good people. You know, they're
yeah,
not
well,
going to be. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
look at how they operate, Lori. I mean, look at how they operate. Look at what they just tried to pull on Vern, right?
Right.
So they tried to pull the "you're no longer a part of the American Legion," and then when he still is, and then they tried to pull the community center out from underneath of him. Then they tried to charge him for the community center. Then they're trying to get him for embezzlement of money that was donated for the dinner.
Right.
Donated. You do
Right.
not embezzle donations. I'm just trying to let Stephanie know you do not embezzle donations.
Right.
And in fact, you can do whatever the hell you want with donations.
Correct.
Okay. So, I mean, if Vern wanted to go and buy a fucking ice sculpture with the donations, he could do that. If he
Correct.
wanted to go and buy a set of headphones, he could do that.
Right.
Just saying, they're donations. Now, if he was taking that money and spending it all on headphones and new fucking equipment and whatnot and so forth, and there was no dinner, then yeah, I would expect people to be pissed that they donated to something that didn't come to fruition. But
Right.
we're talking about Vern here. He's done the dinner I don't know how many times, and this guy goes all out
I
every
think
year.
this is his 4th year, he said.
Right. And he
Yeah.
goes all out every year. I mean, this guy sits at home and cooks turkey after turkey.
Oh my God.
after
He sent me
turkey
his
after turkey.
grocery list. His grocery list. He goes, "Yeah, I'm doing a pickup order at Walmart." It was like, God, if I'm that poor employee, I'm pulling other people off the floor to help me. We're splitting that list. It
Right.
was absolutely incredible the amount of food that was on that list. And
Right.
I'm waiting for him to post, and I was even going to post on the Aguilar page and ask him what happened with the dinner. How many
Well,
people did they feed? It's
from,
important.
from
And
what I
Stephanie's
hear,
a cunt, and I'll say it until the day that I take my last breath, until she's buried 6 feet deep. And she shouldn't even be buried because she will crawl back through the earth. She needs to be burned because then she's not coming back quickly. But I've never met anybody that is just, other than Tyra. Stephanie is a surpassed Tyra because she's still actively getting benefits from the town, and she's still actively screwing over people in that town. Just like
we know
Rose.
what kind of benefits she's getting from that
Yeah,
town.
yeah, we do. $9,000 a month. She's a cunt. And I did
I'm
add up
sure.
if I can find I've got notebooks, and I made a bunch of notes on the information that you guys gave me on her sick time and her vacation time, and I pulled the numbers, but I don't have the right book. It was astronomical. It's absolutely nuts. And then just like, when they were paying Tyra for her vacation time, and what is Stephanie saying? Oh, well, I'm sure that so and so can vouch for her. Come on, you're gonna believe somebody? Oh, yeah, I'll vouch for her. They would never lie. That's why you have a fingerprint time machine, you fucking morons. So we don't have to be dealing with this bullshit.
Well,
And Stephanie's writing her own payroll checks. Come on. Come on.
no, it's not her. It's Erlinda doing it now. From what I
Oh,
hear.
now, sure. I believe that. Don't you? Fuck you. I mean, and I'm not saying fuck you.
Oh, wait,
I'm saying
wait,
fuck,
no,
fuck
wait,
the general conversation.
no, wait, I'm sorry. That's Monica that's doing it now. Monica's doing it now.
Monica. Yeah. I trust her too.
Maybe we should reach out to Vern's fishing buddy. He knows all too well what it was like working underneath these women.
Even he don't want to talk about it, guys.
Right. Oh, they're bitches, man. I just don't understand all the evil because I'm not that way. I'm just not that way. If I'm scorned, I can become that way, but that's not my nature.
They get what they allow.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
They deserve what they get.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Seems like that's the same way that's going that Walsenburg is going to. Again, looking at these revenues and expenditures from the water park that hasn't been open in years. I mean, it's kind of crazy, right? How do you bring in revenues on a water park, especially $400,000? How do you bring in $400,000? And I understand you see total transfers, right? So, but you still see $45,000. Where did they get $45,000 in revenues? I'm sorry. Are
Selling
there
t-shirts.
ghosts?
Save the pond. I mean, sorry, the pool. Oh, these people. And they got a grant, like you said. They got a grant. And
Well,
now
the
they're going to
grant-
go after, they're like Aguilar. We'll limp over to
No.
the feds and we'll
Hold
ask
on.
for another grant.
Hold on. So to be clear, that grant was actually that grant was actually to put up the water park, and they did. They put up the water park, and for a while it was actually doing pretty damn good.
I gotta ask you, who's your
Like, people were having fun there. What happened?
Yeah, that child that came out of that inner tube at 45 miles an hour is now dead. Come on, people. Jeez. You see that inner tube hit that water? That kid has brain damage.
Well,
You
I
don't survive
know.
something like that and be
Listen,
normal.
this is how we rolled back then. You didn't need helmets to ride down a water slide with an inner tube that would come out from underneath of you while you're doing 50 miles an hour. You didn't
Right.
need that.
Yeah.
We were built differently back then.
True.
And then you got the people that like were dancing. Like, who does that? Where do you
Right.
catch that other than people purposely doing it for like TikTok or something anymore?
Right. Except me. I dance for no reason, but I don't post it.
Right?
I just go out and I dance because it makes me happy. Then I talk to
Well-
the animals and I talk to everything because I don't care.
Well, and I'm just saying, like, again, the good citizen has said it. I've said it. This place has been closed for quite some time, and I'm just trying to figure out where they're getting revenues from.
Right.
That's all. Because
Right.
all these,
You know, it
all the-
also
all-
raises,
Go ahead, John.
well, it also raises another question because clearly the maintenance wasn't being done. None of that stuff was done. So are they commingling the money that's supposed to be going for the maintenance and stuff for the water park? Have they been commingling that money with the general fund money? Well, where has this money been transferred to? I mean, it says here, I mean, if you looked at the thing here, you said that it shows that it was transferred, right?
Well,
So
the
if it's being
revenues. So you've got total charges and fees for service, which was 45,000. I'm trying to look up here to see. So the 2022 budget was 45,000, and then you have the 2023 budget where they're estimating they're going to get $60,000 for that for total charges and fees for service. But there's no service. Like that right there would be your admission costs, like your food stands, whatnot, so forth. That would be all the revenue that they're bringing in, tube rentals, whatever. And they're not getting that because it's not open. It hasn't been open. You've got weeds growing in the pools. Like,
Unbelievable.
but they're estimating that they're gonna for 2023 that they were gonna get 60,000 for that.
Well, and like
And
you
then-
said, that they might be around like Aguilar did, where such and such fund owes, and both funds are completely empty, but both funds also owe another fund. That kind of shit. It's
You're
all just
breaking
like
up.
a dice
Lord.
game. You
Lori, you're breaking up. You got robot going on.
Oh, sorry. Is this
Yeah.
better?
Yeah, that's better. So why don't you go ahead and repeat yourself?
Yeah, I just stood up. I stood up and I've got a wire hanger that I've got attached to my head. What I was saying is that it doesn't make sense. Again, where are they getting the revenue? And are they playing a shell game with moving money from one department to another department? And maybe they took that money that allegedly was in that account and moved it to Parks and Recreation. And so
Right.
that's where that money has now gone to, and maybe they only have one park other than the water park in the town, but they've deviated any money that's come in to that fund. It doesn't even make sense, like John says,
Right.
and like you said, it's all a red flag right there. Where's that $45,000? That should have been going for maintenance. And you could add somebody in there
hold
or
on.
two people in there.
Hold on,
Go ahead.
hold on.
Go ahead.
So that's where John comes in with the total transfers, right? So we've got for 2022, it was $355,000 that they transferred into this fund and claimed it as revenue.
Wow.
For 2023, they were estimating that they were going to move $377,800
Wow.
into that fund. But
Yeah, I
where
can't
were they
see that
pulling
stack.
that money from?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying too. Is are they doing the Aguilar shell game where we take it out of one account and three accounts owe one account and one account just evaporated and something that should have never been touched has now been closed because they did touch it and ruined whatever the benefits were for that particular account.
Hold on, Lori.
And it's the same thing here, just on a bigger scale.
Well, do you see something similar about Aguilar's budget and this budget?
Well, I can't see this budget because it's on my phone and
It's on a
I have
small
tiny
screen.
eyes.
Okay,
So
so I'll give
yeah,
you.
take the surprise away from me. Tell me.
I tell you what. They know how to judge their revenues and expenditures. Not as good as Tyra, though.
Right.
Not as good as Tyra, but at least in 2023, they were right on the dot. Just like Tyra, every single time, right on the dot. Your revenue was the same as your expenditure.
Right. Yeah. Down to the last little penny.
Right.
Unbelievable, right? We can't do that with our checking accounts, but by God, they can do it with theirs until it goes to the auditor. An auditor can't make heads or tails of the paperwork. So we're just going to reconcile. We're just going to say, well, screw the last couple of years because we can't get the paperwork we need to do this. And instead of letting this go, we're just going to make up a number and we're going to go ahead and say that this is where we should be. No, that doesn't work for me.
That's where we
That
should
doesn't
be.
work for me at all.
That's where they should be. Hold on a second. So let me see. I want to go in here. I'm going to pull up the 2025 budget. We'll see what's going on because I just wanted to pull up a budget from just a couple years ago where we know it was shut down, Lori. It's been shut down, right? So
Because we've been here since 2016 and I don't even remember it ever having water and it ever being open, but we don't go to Walsenburg that much either. But yeah, that'd be interesting to see when it closed down.
Well,
and like you said, why is there all this money going to that particular account if that whole property is completely unusable?
Well, okay, so last line where the 10,000 is the 2025 budget. We're gonna bring this up as best as we can. And they flip-flopped it, so they've got the expenditures on top and the revenues on the bottom.
So 2019 was the last year they were open. So technically 2020 they were closed.
With rest mode, the game was still down there, right?
And for every year, 2020 to 2025, they've reported some kind of income in that account, correct?
You know what's interesting about this? Look at it says over here, right? It says total other operating costs, right? So in 2023, I believe it shows nothing, right? In 2024, it shows $300. How is it that you're operating at 9,900 in 2024, and then you're at $1,000 in 2025?
Right.
It's
Well,
Stephanie and Sarah math. Come on, guys. Come on.
well, and again, so you know, so the revenues less expenditures for 2023 was $73,000. Well, what happened to that 300 some odd thousand that they were going to attach to it?
Right. Where'd it go?
Where'd that go? Did that ever happen? Now I'm gonna have to go back here. Now I got to go to 2024, see what their 2024 looks like. It's reminders of somebody else's budgets. I'm telling you.
Right.
I'm thinking
Well, like
in 2007.
when I was reading that article from the World Journal about Tyrant, I was in shock. You know, well, yeah, back in, 1901, she's had problems with, finances and all the devious shit she's done. And it's like, how is she still walking the face of the earth?
And it was a $2 million build, and basically it's going to be about $1 million to repair.
Oh my God.
Hmm. 7280. $280 was their projected.
I don't even know what's going to happen. It's going to be a disaster. Oh my gosh.
And they pulled
I
in
think that Angela needs to work this case. Don't you agree, Josh?
I'm just having problems trying to read this budget. I'm really maybe she can help us out with this, because again,
After all,
I'm
he
kind of lost here.
single-handedly did Aguilar to CBI, according to her.
So on the 2024, you were looking at the revenues less the expenditures, right? Which was the 70,000 that you were talking about.
Right.
And that was for 2024, right?
Yeah. This is 2025.
So if you go here, it's got it as 87.6 in 2024. So they had it, I think, at 78. So how do we get to 87.6 from 78 the year before?
I don't know, and I'm still trying to figure out what's going on here with the 400,000, because at this point their expenditures are like way out there. I'm trying to figure out what they're expending on.
Oh my God.
That's 350. That's that 355. The 355 that they were talking about. Because if you add the 355 to the 87.6, you'd come out with the 402.6.
All right, hold on. So you see how this is now, right? You see how it is now. I'm gonna go back to the 2023 budget. Just back down to the 2023 budget. And we're gonna take a look at this, because this is killing me, because that's on 2024. That's not even on 2023. So we are looking at first section is going to be 2021 actual. Last section all the way towards the end of the page is going to be 2023 budget. So we've got their revenues, how they have it listed here, with transfers, right? 437,800 for 2023 is what they projected. But you don't see that number. You see it on the expenditures, right? Because that's revenue. That's revenue. And then they do have expenditures down here of $402,000. So I'm just trying to figure out their numbers because their numbers aren't making sense to me, John. You understand what I'm saying now?
No, I understand. I understand completely. This is the Tyra School of Economics.
Do you think?
Just my opinion.
I bet you they paid her like $30 a minute.
Right.
Yeah.
And they had to have a subscription to her fans only page.
Right? But see, my thing is here is they're showing the revenues less expenditures. But they're not showing, like, if this is the revenue, right? Where's your little transfers to make sure that you're covering your 437,800 right here? And it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird how they were right on the mark for their 437,800, wasn't it?
Like I said, everybody does their own math.
I don't know. These budgets ain't budgeting.
Isn't that what Mr. Race said though too? There's so much missing paperwork that we can't reconcile the books, so we just made up a number to reconcile the books to get us close. I mean, that's like the dumbed down version,
right? But I mean, John's
it
right.
was the water
Look
park.
at total repairs and maintenance. John brought it up earlier. Look at how much they're paying for total repairs and maintenance on this place.
Yeah, I can't.
$259,000. Let me bring it up a little bit more. $259,000 they're paying for maintenance, John. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yep.
Yeah,
They're doing
so
a
look
bang
at
up job.
shit. I'd be firing whoever was in charge of that. You know,
Yeah, we're looking into
that's a pretty good paycheck.
We gotta have our accountants get on it, but we're looking into it. So,
well, get Angela on
You know
it.
what's funny? You know what's funny is had they used the former clerk and the assistant clerk that set up the water deal, if they had set up the same water deal for the water park that they set up for their friends and neighbors, they wouldn't be in this position with the water park. Just saying.
right.
Whatever happened on the friends and family? I know that 2 people got in trouble, but what about the friends and the family? They should have gotten in trouble too.
Lori, nothing. Not a damn thing. People didn't care.
It was 100 people, wasn't it?
Oh, more than that. Hundreds was stated.
Oh,
but nobody gives a shit.
oh my God.
So, yeah, it's just another one of those towns we're just documenting what's happening and how it's happening. That's all.
Right.
One end to the other, it's fucked up. But I suppose we've been at it for about an hour and a half now.
Oh, have we? Oh, wow. We went way past our hour.
Time kind of flew. Good time, though.
Yeah, thanks for the invite, guys. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know just because I'm so busy and, you know, I can watch only so much and I can only do so much. But yeah, I appreciate getting the knowledge and so many questions, like you said, because you can see that it doesn't work out. The numbers don't match. Hello.
Well, actually, Lori, if you look at that again, if you look at it
see
again,
it.
Oh, hold on, let me try and bring it up a little bit more for you.
That's better.
From the 2024, which is the second line in, did you notice anything about the numbers about the 2025 numbers that they've got projected?
Well,
they're the same exact numbers.
Exactly. I was going to sit there and say they look like they're the same numbers. I love their math. They're so cute.
Oh,
If we
it
were
just-
down south, somebody'd say, "Oh, bless your heart."
It
You little
just-
fucking criminals.
All they can do is say sorry.
Right.
Best, you know. But yeah, I appreciate everybody coming up on the show tonight. Cammed Up Caveman. Appreciate you
Evening,
stopping
Cammed
in.
Up.
Jeff,
A little
Stewart,
late, but good to see you, bro.
Everybody who was in the chat, we appreciate you all. Thanks for those thumbs up. And
Yeah, and if you haven't, you guys should take a sub to Cammed Up. He's doing some good work down there in Florida.
Right?
he's a mod. He can drop his link. While
We'll
we
give
play
him
this,
a minute.
while we play this outro.
You got something, or are you waiting on me?
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
In
Night.
a world of chaos where the truth gets lost, good citizen media and you people, they're the boss. With cameras rolling, they're on the scene, reporting on the shenanigans and making the memes. Oh, good citizen and you people, we watch it back. Tyrants and dirty cops are ready to attack. With our cameras and our mics, we won't stand down. We'll expose the truth and take back our town. Show us your budget, they shout with glee. Or we'll pull up a chair just to wait and see. Office admins sweating, they can't take the heat. With good citizens around, it's a one-way street. Oh, good citizen and you people, we watch your back. Tyrants and dirty cops are ready to attack. With our cameras and our mics, we won't stand down. We'll expose the truth and take back our town. Show us your budget, they shout with glee. Or we'll pull up a chair just to wait and see. Office admins sweating, they can't take the heat. With good citizens around, it's a one-way street. Oh, good citizen and you people, we watch your back. Tyrants and dirty cops are ready to attack. With our cameras and our mics, we won't stand down. We'll expose the truth and take back our town. They're firing the dirty, cleaning up the mess. Proud citizens unite, we're here to impress. From the town hall to the streets, we're on the case. With humor and truth, we'll take back our space. So if you see them coming, better watch your game. Good citizen media and you people, it's the claim to fame. With laughter and justice, they're leading the way, making sure the people's voice is here to stay. Oh, good citizen and you people, we watch it back. Tyrants and dirty cops are ready to attack. With our cameras and our mics, we won't stand down. We'll expose the truth and take back